How you doing, folks? This is Bible Today. I come to you this morning. We done a little deal about Easter, but I just been have something on my heart, and I'd like to share with you. Uh, I've heard people tell me, "Well, you better get ready," or you know, do this or do that, or how many people you got following you, or whatever. So I want you to know, I don't do this for a following. It makes you feel good when people like it or something like that, but I don't do this to be liked. I don't do this to get a million hits. The only like button I'm worried about being somebody punching is God's like button. God liking it. That's it. Jeremiah, he was a weeping prophet. He cried, preached 40 years and never had a convert. So it's not about a popularity contest. Only one popular here worth talking about is Jesus, and that's it. So I want to read to you a couple of verses that just to let you know that I'm not worried about you not liking me, what I do or what I stand for. That don't matter to me. All that matters is that when I stand before Jesus, he says, "Well done, good and faithful servant." And that's what I want for you all as well. Let me read you a couple of passages about what men might think of us and our popularity contest, or what should we be? Should we be popular preachers? Should everybody be liking us, or what will they think about people who preach the truth? This comes out of Mark chapter 13, starting in verse 9. "You must be on your guard. You will be handed over to the local councils and flogged in the synagogues. On account of me, you will stand before governors and kings as witnesses to them." You see this? They're going to be flogged and handed over. And all this is so that we can be witnesses of him, of God, of Jesus Christ. People will be arrested. They will be beaten on account, all for us to be witnesses. Does that sound like a popularity contest? Does that sound like people ought to like us and pat us on the back? No, they will not. And I don't expect any of y'all to do it to me. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if I got a bunch of hate mail on here, or email, or whatever, threats. Hey, it is what it is. The Bible's the truth. It says it's going to happen right here. Let's keep reading. Be witnesses to them. In verse 10, starting in verse 10, it says, "And the gospel must first be preached to all nations. Whenever you are arrested," see, it says whenever. It don't say if you get arrested. It says whenever you get arrested. Whenever you are arrested and brought to trial, don't worry beforehand about what to say. Just say whatever is given you at the time, for it is not you speaking, but the Holy Spirit. Brother will betray brother to death, and father his child. Children will rebel against their parents, and they will have them put to death. All men will hate you because of me, but he who stands firm to the end will be saved. See, there's something here that's going to separate, if you want to say, the men and the boys, or if you want to say the saved and the unsaved. And it's this. It says, "Whenever you are arrested and brought to trial, do not worry beforehand about what to say. Just say whatever is given to you at the time, for it is not you speaking, but the Holy Spirit." A true believer is marked with the Holy Spirit. The Bible says you are stamped with a seal guaranteeing your inheritance. That's the Holy Spirit, is the seal upon a believer's life. And the Holy Spirit calls us to work out our salvation. It's a salvation that works. We don't work to be saved, but it's a salvation that works, and the Holy Spirit's what draws us to be able to do these things. Because it says right here, you don't worry about what to say, but let the Holy Spirit speak from in you, out of your mouth. Out of one's mouth comes overflow of his heart. And we know a lot about what's in our heart by listening to what we say. That's why I like to pray out loud, because I hear what's in my heart. I encourage y'all to sit down in a quiet time and just start praying, and you'll see what's in your heart. You'll see where the true love of your life really is. So I'm not on YouTube to get a million hits or likes or to have a big following or anything of that nature. I'm on here just to please God. And that's it. That's it. He says on here, "Brother will betray brother to death, and father his child. Children will rebel against their parents and have them put to death. All men will hate you because of me." It don't say that most men will like you or all men will like you. It says they'll hate you. Hate's a strong word, isn't it? I don't like to be told that you hate me. And you don't like me to tell you that I hate you. But you know what? Truth is truth. You'll hate me because what I stand for. That's what it says. And if you're a child of the King, get ready because they'll hate you. The world will hate you because you're in opposition with everything that the world is doing. And it says, but he who stands firm to the end will be saved. That's those that are filled with the Holy Spirit, that are stamped with the seal guaranteeing their inheritance, the Holy Spirit. They'll endure till the end. They won't punch the time card and say, I'm done. They'll endure. You don't see anybody punching their time card in the Bible and clocking out and saying, I'm done, I'm ready to go home, but I want my pay. You get paid when a job is done. And you and I, if you're a believer, you've got a job that's to be done. And if you remember earlier, I told you about starting your car and getting in the passenger seat and letting God have the keys to your car. You know, you ride shotgun, here it is. He controls whether the car's running or it stops. You know, you don't reach over and shut the key off when somebody else is driving and say, okay, we're done, this is where we get out. That ain't how it works. The one driving controls where the vehicle goes. Well, that's how God is in our life. He's the one that turns the key off. When he wants your time card to be punched, he shuts the key off. He checks it, and he takes you out. Let me read you another one. You want to be popular. I'm not up for popularity contests. Let me read you another one. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For there will come a time when men will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. They will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. But you keep your head in all situations, endure hardships, do the work of an evangelist, discharge all the duties of your ministry. Listen to that. They will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. They will not endure sound doctrine. That don't sound like a popularity contest to me. That don't sound like